Alright folks, how's it going? Just thought I'd try and squeeze a very quick video in here. I suppose it's my sort of yearly roundup. Yeah, just cover a couple of things. First of all, I have one of Andy, i.e. BeerLover25's all grain stouts here, so I'm going to pop that open. I was down at his earlier on, dropping off a few of my beers, so hopefully they might surface on his channel kind of soon. And I've got a stout, and I've also got his heritage lager, which we'll try and squeeze in at some point as well. But let's give this a pour and see how we go. I haven't one of these before, but it was round at the sort of infamous fire sessions when we were all pretty leathered, so it would be nice to just try it with a bit of a straighter head, let's say. Just stop it there. Can you see through that? The lighting's not amazing in here, but I can't really see anything through that or get any sort of ready hues from it. But as you well know, I'm no expert reviewer, but Andy, I'll do my best and I'll be honest. So if it's shit, I'll tell you. Usual sort of stout kind of characteristics. Dark, roasty, licorice kind of aroma off it. Very nice indeed. I might have been shit pouring, I'm not sure, but not much of a head really to speak of, but let's dive in. Cheers. I know why you're batting through this. It is very, very tasty indeed. I'm not going to dwell on it too long because my descriptions of beers are really pish. But it really does taste very nice indeed. I'd say the carbonation for a stout is pretty perfect really. As I say, not much head sticking about, but that may be as much to do with me as it is to with you, you know what I mean? Hang on, I think I'm getting shouted, hang on. Sorry about that, as I was saying, never get a fucking minute's peace. I don't know, oh man, I just can't find 5 fucking minutes to myself at the moment. Anyway, you don't want to hear my moans. Back to this. Yeah, I mean, I've always found it quite tricky to sort of definitely differentiate between where the hops end and the malts start, you know what I mean, unless it's something like an IPA and it's very, very obvious. There's definitely hop characteristics to that, but to me they seem to blend very well with the dark malts and what have you. It just tastes great to me, to be honest. I remember Andy saying that he thought there was a little bit of a characteristic to it that he couldn't quite put his finger on, and I do know what he means by that. And I'll be honest, I can't put my finger on exactly what it is either, but I do know what he's talking about. But it's not enough to spoil the beer. It's just a very small characteristic of it that's kind of hard to pinpoint, you know. But anyway, Andy, very much appreciate this. And apart from, you know, my friend Chris and swapping beers with him, which I've done a few times, and now Gareth and hopefully my brother soon. It's great to taste other people's beers, you know, definitely. It's quite inspiring, and may there be much more of that next year. just wanted to say a few things really, I suppose. Being the end of the year, I doubt I'm going to squeeze another video in before Christmas, man. I doubt that's going to be happening. So, I'm pretty well stocked for Christmas, man. I have got my Stout. Unfortunately, has not made the bottle yet because it kind of bottomed out. Well, I think it's bottomed out kind of high because I put lactose in it. But I thought I'd leave it an extra week, sort of at room temperature. It's sitting over there. That's why I'm looking to see if it does go down any further. But we'll soon know. But I've not got time to bottle it now, so it's going to have to wait a wee bit longer. So the Stout never quite made it. I've got wheat beer, I've got Pilsner, I've got the Yobrig as well. I've also made some cinnamon cider. I've made some bird's eye chili ginger beer, which is going to be rocket fuel. I've just, every time I make it, I put more and more and more and more ginger in it. So this is even more this time. It's like, for 6 litres, it was something like 450 grams of root ginger and 4 bird's eye chilies, all chopped up in the mix. So that's going to be dynamite, man. The first time ever I've made limoncello as well. So I don't know if anyone normally makes it, but quite often you sort of peel the lemon into the vodka or spirit, grain spirit, whatever you've got, and let it infuse. But I read an article online about this. It's like an Italian restaurant, I think, in New York, and they use like an old Sicilian way of doing it. And you basically get 2 whole lemons and you suspend them in cheesecloth, like over the top of your alcohol, so there's a gap. Lemons hanging, gap, alcohol, seal the jar over and just let them hang there for a month. And I was watching it for ages and it was just clear. It was all clear and I'm like, that's not doing anything. And then all of a sudden the lemons started to just drip. Just drip. And I think the alcohol vapour just what does it do to them? Does something to them. It starts breaking them down in some way and releasing the, don't know if it's the oil or just the juice, whatever, I don't know. But it started dripping in. So the actual the vodka which I used is now going quite yellow, but it's pretty clear. And you might do that for a month and then put the peel in and then let it infuse for a little while. And then you put in like a bit of a sugar syrup and you end up with your limoncello. So hopefully that's going to turn out pretty good. But yeah, fair selection for Christmas Day. I can't wait. Excuse me. What else? Yeah, I just wanted to kind of summarise, I suppose, just what this year's been all about. I mean, I've only just started homebrewing, but it's been baptism of fire, it feels like, you know. I've just been in there quite quick and done quite a lot of different brews and just learnt a lot, and especially from watching YouTube videos, you know, especially. And I think I was watching Grant's video earlier on and I was standing there thinking about doing a summary, and he basically did a summary as other people have done also on YouTube. And he mentioned Craig Tube, and I suppose that's how most of us got started. It's certainly how I got started. I had a Cooper's kit and I thought, I wonder if anyone's done a video just showing you how to use it, sort of thing, and started watching Craig, and then one thing leads to another, you know what it's like, and ended up subscribing to some people and watching some videos and getting really inspired and loads of tips and stuff. And I suppose that's what inspired me to do it, just to try and give something back, and if I could help anyone just by something I'm doing or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it's been really interesting. I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs to people. I mean, there's quite a lot really, and I can't really think of everybody at the moment. I'd have to sit down and really go through it, but I think the standout ones for me really, I used to watch Craig quite a lot, man, and I don't know, I feel like he's almost been, he's like a slightly broken man, and I think it's because he's been trolled so heavy that he's almost scared to say anything in case somebody pounces on it, and he spends so much of his time sort of like defending his actions almost, you know, and I think it's a bit of a shame. I think his spark's gone a wee bit because of that, and he doesn't brew so much because I think maybe people have given him a hard time for not doing enough all grain or something. I don't know, man, but give the guy a break, you know. He's a nice guy and he's inspired so many people and he's got us all brewing. So yeah, if you're watching Craig, you know, fuck them. Just do what you do, man, have some fun and make some more beer. the people that I've found particularly inspiring and good fun to watch and learn from, Brewmaster Ben. I just love him, man. He's just so funny. He's just, I totally relate to what he's doing, because there's always a disaster and there's always a spillage, and he's just very honest about it and just bubbly, and it's great fun, man. So thanks a lot. I'd also like to say a big thanks to Uncle Jonah. I love watching him as well. It's just, I think I enjoy the people that just have a bit of a laugh at the same time, you know, and they're just, it's not too heavy going, you know. And Jonah is just on it, you know what I mean, just really funny and does a good variety of different videos and stuff. And there's a couple of times that I've been looking for help and I've messaged him or whatever, and he's messaged me back and helped me, and I do appreciate that as well. So shaman to you, brother. The other person I'd like to mention is BeerLover1983 Brew, Grant, who very kindly mentioned me in his video just there, summing up. He was giving a bit of a shout out, and you know, he was saying that the community is very, you know, inclusive and stuff, and I think within the sort of BrewTube community it is. There's not that kind of mega bitchy thing that you get in forums and people jump down each other's throats, you know. And I think the fact that Grant mentioned me at all was really, I was really quite flattered by that, because, you know, I am a newbie. I don't brew all grain, and I think people have every right to just, you know, look down their noses a wee bit at kit brewers, but, you know, I'm just starting out. I'm trying to find my feet. I don't have any money. I couldn't even afford to buy the kit, not even for boiling the bag at the moment, you know. But certainly from watching Grant and people like that, you know, maybe one day, you know, I always said that I wouldn't do all grain, and when I look at the three, you know, the full kit system and outside and all that, it's just not, that's not going to happen, man. But brewing the bag, you know, I've been inspired. I'm quite inspired, I think, and I would like to try it, you know. I do like my kit brews and just playing about with them and trying to get some good results, and I think I do, you know. But yeah, you've got to always look ahead and think what you might be up to next, so you never know. But again, you know, Grant's been very inspiring in that department as well, and I think Grant is very good to watch on videos, very concise, you know, and just knows his stuff. He's a humble guy again, you know, and just yeah, it's just informative, man, you know. It's just very informative. I think his videos are very well thought through, and yeah, he just doesn't fuck around too much. It's just good knowledge, and he's very good at passing it on. So thanks a lot, Grant, for your videos this year. God, I'm sure there's other people. Oh yeah, there's that clown Andy. Andy, you know, the Glaswegian guy. BeerLover25. Big shout out to you, man. It's been a very, very interesting little while lately, you know, just from that random seeing you loading up the conveyor belt in Aldi with all that beer, you know. It was just destined to come together, but I'm really glad that we finally got to hook up and you know, shoot the shit round the fire and with Chris and swap some beers and just get to know each other a bit, you know, and get a bit of a sort of Glasgow brewing vibe happening. It's really, really good. I'm really glad I met you, and I look forward to next year. I think there's going to be some quite exciting things. I'd maybe like to do a couple of videos with you as well at some point, but there'll be more beer swapping. I was down at Grant's today. I was down at Andy's today, and I was dropping off 3 of my beers, as I said. I think I mentioned it earlier. So hopefully he's going to be reviewing them, and we'll do some more swaps and beer reviews and stuff like that. As for the other guys, you know, Ben and Grant and that, and Jonah, I would really like to send you some of my beers next year. You know, I'm not necessarily looking for any in return. If I could get them, that'd be amazing. But I know you've got a lot of people probably chapping your door for that kind of thing. But I would like to send you a few beers and just get some feedback and see what you think. You know, taste some beer made with some good Scottish water. So yeah, Big CQ is definitely worth a mention, because he's just off his nut, you know. He's just, what is it with Scottish people, you know, just they just have a sense of humour all themselves, I think. big security, just what a guy, you know what I mean, just mental. He was very inspiring for me as well, you know, just at the start to get the kind of small batch and really experimental stuff going, you know, and just fuck about and have a laugh, you know. And the way he edits his videos is genius, you know, just love it, absolutely love it. So yeah, big shout out to you as well. That's another one, another one to mention. And sorry guys, I'm sure there's others out there that, you know, I do enjoy watching. That was a very small chunk of people that I just sprung to mind. But you know, the rest of you just know that your videos are getting watched and are getting appreciated, and you're inspiring me to make some more. So thanks to everybody. What else? I don't know. I bought another kit, which I'm going to do. I saw a few of you reviewing the Festival Golden Stag, so I bought that, and I'm going to make that up because a lot of you were saying that as far as kit brews go, it doesn't really get much better. So I'm going to give that a shot. And once my stout's out the bucket, God, I think I had more to say than this, and I can't really remember what it was. Yeah, hopefully, I'd like to maybe see my brother doing some videos, you know, he's just got his second brew on. I'd also like to see Mr. Bloody Chris Rennick put a video up. It's going to happen at some point, whether you like it or not. Me and Andy have actually hatched a plan that we're not going to swap any more beers with you unless you review them on YouTube, so there you go. The gauntlet's down. I'm kidding, but get one up. So I suppose that's it for this year. It's been a very, very good year as far as homebrewing is concerned. Really enjoyed myself. Really enjoyed meeting people and getting involved with different people and trying other people's beers and trying my own beers and just getting in about the hobby. Is it a hobby? Probably more of a way of life for most people, and it's sort of getting that way for me, but whatever it is, it's good. Yeah, I would just like to sort of say at the end, I suppose, that yesterday in Glasgow, you've probably heard there was a real horrible incident where a bin lorry just mowed down pedestrians out doing a Christmas shopping, you know, 6 people killed. And several of my very close friends were in the area and missed the whole thing by a very, very small margin. One of my good friends, Doug, was in a shop on that street. Now the bin lorry hit at 2:30 and he was in a shop on that street at he's got a till receipt from his purchase from his Christmas shopping at 22 minutes past 2, and then he walked up where the lorry was, and where the lorry hit, his girlfriend's car was parked right there, and it must have been like a couple of minutes before it all happened. So man, it really just brings home to you the fragility of your life, you know what I mean, and everybody's life. We're here just by a thread, man. And I suppose this time of year especially, all these things kind of become more poignant. So I would just like to raise my glass to you all, and we should really try and savour every moment that we've got, because you never know when you're going to be taken away, man. So I'd like to toast this to the people of Glasgow who sadly ain't going to see this Christmas, and all the people's families who are going to be missing their loved ones at this time of year. It's really, really tragic, but we'll end on a high note anyway, you know. Life is good, and just enjoy it, and enjoy your beer, because you never know when it's going to be your last one. So I just like to say Merry Christmas to you all and Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next year. Cheers, man. It's not bad, Andy.